to our programming, Java programming language. I want to welcome you all to another topic. But first, before we continue the lesson, please subscribe to our channel and then please like our videos. And if you like watching our videos, please share it with your friends. Today is going to be like you have been asked as a programmer to create an application that will ask the user to enter a grade that will be determined by that user whether that grade he or she earned is a passing grade or a fail grade. Okay, so I'm going to help you out how to write such code. Okay, like I said, I want to talk about what? Grading. Okay, you have been asked to code a particular application that will determine or that will tell the end user he or she the grade that he or she has earned is a passing or a fail grade. Okay, so I'm going to help you out how to write such code. I'm Ibrahim Safar, a student of the Canadian College of Modern Technology, my 91 in Sierra Leone. Now, this is Java programming language. First, if you are using an IDE like Eclipse, in our previous tutorial we'll talk about IDE, and then like Eclipse, after you have launched the Eclipse, by now you might have a package name. Let's say my package name here is what? Grade. Okay, and then you might have got a public class. You might name a class. Okay, my public class is going to be grading. Okay, then my public class opens here, the curly brace opens here. I'm going to close it here. Okay, and then you might also have, after you have launched, you might also have got, after you have named your class, you might also have got this one, which is a public static void main, which is the main method. I've got this one, public static void main. Open the argument, then you can HTML and string, and so my main method, the brace opens here, and then it closes here also as well. Okay, good. This is the first thing after you have named your class and have got the package, and you open the class. This is the things that you find is that the package and the public class, and you have a public static void main. So the first thing you have to do, the first instance now, what you do is like you are going to import a scanner class. Alright? Now, because you are going to ask the end user to enter a particular grade that he or she have got to be determined by the compiler, to be shown on the console that he or she, the grade entered by him or her, is a passing grade or a fail grade. So now we are going to import this kind of class. So import java.util.scanner. Alright? This is the first step after you have your package, your class name, you have your public main method. Now, you are going to pass a command statement. In this command statement, you are going to ask the end user to enter his or her grade. Okay? Therefore, we go to a println method, system.out.println, and then you open your parentheses. That parentheses, you pass a particular argument like this, a statement, a command statement. Please enter your grade. Okay? Now, I'm going to say system.out.println, and then in this parenthesis that you're going to open, to start your statement, you have to open a quotation, and then you end it with what? A quotation, double quote, like this. please enter your grade. Okay, your grade, and then you end it what with double quotes. All right. Then you terminate this particular statement with what? A semicolon. Guys, hope you are enjoying the lesson. Please don't forget to subscribe to our videos, and then please don't subscribe to our channel, and then don't forget to share our videos with your friends. Now, you have passed a command statement. Please enter your grade. Okay. This grade that this individual will enter, maybe it's like a 50, like a 60, like a 40, like a 25. So all will be stored in a particular place. So now you're going to create a storage location for this particular grade that this individual will enter. But first, you have to think as a programmer how to do this. In certain institution, the passing grade starts from 50% upwards onto 100%, and their failing grade is from 49 onto 0.01. Okay, so now first I said you should create what? A storage location for this particular grade that this individual will be entering. Therefore, you think for a data type, and then you also think about a particular variable that will be storing that particular grade at the end of the entry. I told you in the previous tutorial that variables are what? Placeholders in memory. They are there to store what? Values. Alright? So therefore, I'm going to say int. I'm going to take a variable name like Peter. Okay? And then this is the name of the person, but in this capacity, in this program language, it is serving as a variable for me. I'm going to store this particular grade that this individual is entering. So I have just declared a variable here. Then I'm going to be equals to what? The name of my what? My scanner class. My scanner class, is what I did not import it. I did not create. So therefore, I'm going to create now my scanner class. That should have been the first thing you should have done before you should have come to this one. So let me take it through quickly. So I'm going to say my scanner class is going to be, my scanner object is going to be Messi. Okay, Messi is the name of my scanner variable. Okay, and then it's going to be equals new scanner. New scanner, okay, and then open my parentheses. I said system.in. Alright, system.in. Therefore, something is coming in because we need an input from the keyboard. Therefore, we are going to say system.in. Say system.out. We are expecting what? An output. Something is going to be what? Thrown out on the console. Alright, system.in, something is coming in using what? The keyboard. Good. This is the name of my scanner variable. I said now you pass what? A command statement by using the println method. Okay, system.out.print ln pass. You open your parentheses, and then I said you pass a command statement. Let's say please enter your grade. Okay, I said what you end what is also another quotation, you terminate it what with a semicolon. Now I said we'll create what? A storage location for this particular values in the entry. I said I'm going to say int as a data type, and I said I'll take Peter as a variable to hold this particular value as in the entry for me. Equals what? The name of my scanner variable. My scanner variable here is called Messi. This is my scanner object. So I'll say Messi dot what? Next int, because I'm using what? Data type what? Int. So therefore I'll say what? Dot next int, right? Good. The value that this individual at the end of the entry will be stored in here, and then Peter will be storing this value for me as a variable. It's the name of a person, right? But in this case, it's a variable. Alright? Good. in this system now, we are going to use a particular conditional statement, which is the if-else statement. Okay, don't worry, we'll be talking about conditional statement in the next tutorials. All right. Now, we're going to talk about the if-else statement. That is, you want to pass a statement. Peter, since it's the name of the variable that will be storing the values integers will be entry, we'll take this name of this variable only to test. So that is if Peter will be equals to 50% greater than equals to 50%, then you pass. Else, what? You fail. So that is the if-else statement. Alright? Let me show you what I mean here. So I'm saying if in this parenthesis of the if statement here, I'm going to say Peter, because whatever the end result of the entry will be stored here. So I'm going to take this variable Peter. Okay? If Peter is what? Greater than equals to 50. Alright? The reason why I'm saying Peter greater than equals to 50, if it is equals to 50, that is, if you got 50% here, we're going to take the passing grade from 50 and above in this case. That is from 50% and above onto 100%, you pass. That's why it said greater than. I used to say greater than. If it is greater than 50% also, then you pass. If it is equal to 50% exact, you pass. Greater than 50%, 51, 52 onwards, then you pass. Okay? So this Peter, what? Greater than equals to 50%, what will happen? We say here, again, the equivalent method here, system.out print ln with what? Quotation to pass. Okay? Good. The end with what? A quotation. Then what will happen? Else, okay? You open a brace here. Else, you close. System.out print ln you fail. Another quotation here. This is the if else. That's why I said we're going to use the conditional statement refers to what? If else statement. Okay? If Peter, that is the value that is in the entry here. I said this variable is going to store it, but that's why we are taking Peter to test this condition for us. Because what? Peter is the name of the variable that will be storing any value that the end user will be entering here. So Peter, if Peter is what? Greater than equals to 50, you pass. Else, if it is below, then what will happen? You fail. Okay? Now, the compiler now will understand this particular statement and compile everything. And we use either of these two things depending upon the grade at the end of the entry, and then it will be shown on the console. Hope guys are enjoying our videos. Please do not forget to subscribe to our videos and our channels, and then please you try to like our channel and then share our videos with your colleagues or your friends. Alright? And then if you have any questions and comments, please don't forget to drop them below in the comment box, and we might be able to respond to you anytime from now. Okay?
Okay, let me take you quickly through the Eclipse environment to see how, as I told you, I said you are a programmer and you have been asked to create an application that will determine that the end user the grade that the individual have got, maybe either as a passing grade or a fail grade. As we rightly go through it on the whiteboard, now we are going to apply it in this Eclipse environment to see how you go about in coding such applications, whether the individual grade he or she is a passing grade or a fail grade. So we are going to walk through it and see how we go about it, and then you see how the program like this you are about to apply the code. Already I have a project here called Hello World, so I'm going to click on this project, and then this project you also see that I already have a package there. So I already have a package also named Hello. So I'm going to create no other package again in another project. So I'm just going to click on this, and then now I'm just going to name a class on this particular package. and then now you click on new, and then you come down to what class. So now I'm just going to give this class a name. So the name of this class I'm going to give is like, because I said you are going to create an grading system that will determine the end user whether he or she, the grade that he or she earn as a passing grade or a fail grade. I want to name it as what? Grade. I want to name my class as what? Grade, because we are creating an application that will determine whether the individual, the grade he or she have earned is what? A passing grade or a fail grade. That is what the application that you have to apply is all about. So now let's click on public static void main to generate the public static main method for us, and then click on finish. For clicking on finish now, then this environment will open for us. Now you just have to take this one out because it's generated for us. We did not type it for ourselves, it just generated for us very self. So now you go straight now by typing this particular code. Since this input is coming from the keyboard from the end user, we are going to import the scanner class, and then from there, let's say like this, we say import import java dot util dot scanner, and then you terminate it with what? Semicolon. Okay, now this is our public method. Here is our public method. It opens here and closes here, and then here is the method body. Okay, here this environment is our method body. Now you start by what? Creating your scanner object, your scanner variable. It can be an object of any type. So now we go to say scanner. Then I will name my scanner variable as Messi equals new scanner, and then I'll open my parentheses. Since we need an input, we have to say system system.in, and then I'll end this statement by giving it what? Semicolon. Okay, so this is what you have to do. You have to import the scanner class, and then you create what? Your scanner variable. This is my scanner object, my scanner variable Messi. Are you seeing it? So, but make sure we know Java is case sensitive. If the need arrive for me to use this variable, as you can see, the M is in uppercase. But if I give this particular variable, for example, in the next line that I'll be trying to use this particular variable, if I change this letter by giving it a lowercase letter m, Java will not see it to be the same. To see that that particular variable is a different one, and then this one is because this kind of variable that I have already declared here is the m is not in uppercase. That is the first thing that you have to know. Java is case sensitive. Now, in this case, you are going to command the end user to enter his or her grade that the person have, and we don't know. That's why you are asking the individual to enter. But you are going to create an application that will tell the individual that the grade that you have earned is a passing mark or a fail grade. Most institutions, their passing grade is from 50% and above. Then from 49 downwards is a fail grade. So let's code the program like this. You have to command this individual to enter his or her grade end user. So you go to the system.out.println method. You just have to say SOUT control, and then you put the space bar, and then instead of you typing system.out.println, it will pop up for you. And then in this parentheses, now you command the individual. Now you have to give two quotation here. Now you go by saying enter your grade, enter your grade. Okay, and then we say in this area now, what is going to be the next thing? The grade that this individual is going to enter is going to be stored somewhere. Therefore, we are going to create a storage location. That is, we are going to declare a variable, and then we are going to call upon let's say int as a data type, and create a variable name. Let's say grade. This variable is going to be grade, and then equals what? My scanner variable. As I'll tell you earlier on, now I started with an uppercase, so I'll continue with an uppercase. You see that it has highlighted that, it means they are the same. But if I give this particular variable here a lowercase, they will never be the same. Are you seeing that? Java is case sensitive. So therefore, this particular variable, if I continue my coding, it will be showing this kind of red line that it is an error, because there's no way this is going to work. But if I change it again to uppercase, you see this, it is responding with my scanner variable. So you make sure Java is sensitive, it's case sensitive. when you start with any letter of any variable, if you want to use that variable, make sure you use the same letter, don't change it. Now we have to say dot what next int. As you can see here, these are what the dot classes, so you just have to click on this one because I want the next int. So, and then you have to terminate this particular statement with what? A semicolon. And then, since we are going to compare to see whether this person, this individual, the grade he or she earns is a passing grade or a fail grade, we are going to say that if you have 50 and above, you have passed. But if it is below 50 downwards, then you have failed. So let's see what we are going to do now. I'm going to pass a conditional statement, which is the if statement. So we have to say if, then you open your parentheses, and then we take this variable grade, because whatever this individual will be entering will be stored here. So we said variables are what? Placeholders in memory. They are containers. So they are going to store this value. This grade here, this end user, whatever grade this end user will enter here, will be stored here, and then it will be stored by what? This variable grade. So therefore, grade will be what? If grade what is greater than equals to, the reason why we are going to say greater than equals to, it might be exact 50 and it might be above 50. So therefore we have to say 50, and then you open your square your curly brace here, and then you enter, right? No sooner you open a brace, make sure you close it. But as you open, if you enter, then it will automatically close for itself. So as you open a brace, you close it. So if you have 50 and above, let's open another statement here. SOUT control space, and then you type something here to say pass. Okay, good, you pass. This is exactly, so if this individual will enter a grade here, and it's stored here, if this person, the grade the individual will enter is above 50 or 50 exactly, so I would say greater than equals to 50, then the person, this message will be shown to the individual that you pass. But let's create another condition to say S, then let's just see how we do this one here. Copy this one, just copy this, Ctrl plus C, you come down here and paste it, and then just put here you fail. As if, let's say you fail, as you fail. All right, so if the person enter any other grade below this one, if you want to get, you can also pass another condition. If the grade is below 49 and above, well, let's try this and see. Control plus S, and then Control plus F11. Good, enter your grade. Let's say 49. Let's say 49. You see, you fail. So any other grade below 50, you fail. And then if I say let's say 50, you see, you pass. So this is what I was explaining to you exactly. You pass. And even if I enter 90 as well, you pass. But if I enter below 50, any grade you enter below 50, let's say again 20, I'm going to tell you that you fail. So this is what I was explaining to you exactly. Now let's make this program much more admirable and suitable. Now we don't know the name of this particular end user. Then you want this individual to enter his or her name before entering the grade. You just have to say, let's say this one like this. We paste this statement here, and okay, let's cut here. We want to make this program more readable and admirable by asking the individual to first enter his or her name. Good. So here I have to say, please enter your name. All right, good. And then we want to create a namespace, a storage location. The name that this individual will be entering, I want to create what? A storage location for this individual by what? Declaring a variable. Let's say now let's say we want to say string as a data type. String boy, right, equals what? Your scanner class, which is your scanner variable, MESSIE Messi dot next line. All right, for string it's next line. You have to say next line for string. All right, good. Then terminate this by giving it what semicolon. Good. So whatever name this integer be entered here will be stored here. Now let's say this individual enter a passing grade. Let's try to see, to measure the person name. That, for example, if I enter Prezzo, you fail, Prezzo you pass, or John you pass, John you fail, or Peter you pass, or Peter you fail, something like that. So the person will enter the name. Let's take this one here. So just be say like this one. Let's say we want to take boy to pass an argument inside this particular parentheses of all these print element method, so that it will pop up. We want to put boy, but you don't see boy here. The name that integer enter will store here, and because we're taking boy, because boy as a variable we hold that name. So the compiler now we see that boy as a variable will be having what, the name that the end user will enter. So let's try it by saying here boy. Okay, boy is going to be here, and then we'll take this guy out here, say plus quotation here. Good. The same thing here again, we'll put boy, and then we'll put the plus, which is, this is concatenation, right? We are concatenating it. That is why you are seeing this plus sign. That is, it's going to bind them together in a statement, in a sentence like this, to appear on the same line in a sentence. So let's run this program to make our program more suitable and admirable. Control plus S, Control plus F11. Good. Please enter your name. I'm going to say Peter. Okay, and then I enter your grade. I'm going to say 76. Then Peter, you pass. The reason why you are seeing Peter is closer to the U is because we have to space something here, which we did not. Okay, good. Let's try it this way and see now. So now I'm going to enter, let's say John. Enter your name John, and then enter your grade. Let's say 56. Same thing is happening here. John, you pass. So we need to space something here. We need to space from the quotation, and then let's leave this one like this. Leave this one like this. Control S to save. Control F11. We run this one. Please enter your name. I'm going to say success. Then you enter your grade. Let's say 45. Tell you that success, you fail. So this is just an admirable. So thank you guys. I know you by now you might be able to create an application that will tell the end user that he or she, the grade that he or she have as a passing grade or a fail grade. I hope you might be able to apply this particular coding, and I know you have learned a lot. Please don't forget to subscribe to our videos, our channel, and then like our videos, and then share our videos with your friends. Thank you very much. In the next tutorial, we'll teach you more and more coding steps and other methods that you apply to see how you can write more code in building up calculators, applications, and the like. Thank you. We'll get on to you in our next tutorial.